Hi, this is part two of my live love readings. And I have everybody completely signed up for this. So if you're watching this right now, then I'm sorry because it's already sold out, but stay tuned because I do mention every so often that I do sessions like this. So the best way to get info on that is somebody just to subscribe because I do mention it sometimes in my community posts. So we're going to move on to the next person who is flying with birds. So this person has recently met two guys who have another nationality than them, and they're just kind of hanging out with both of these people. But she has a different crush for both of them, and both of them have different personalities and are also attracted. And so she's just wondering, what the vibes are between those people, and will she start a loving relationship with one of them? Will it turn into a serious relationship, getting married and having kids, or will it just be a nice experience? So I think these are some great questions. So we're gonna tap into person number one here and then person number two. So let's go ahead and just tap into the energy between you and person number one, person number two. So person number one. Okay, so person number one is somebody who's recently gotten out of a relationship or who has been through a divorce, okay? So this person has mentioned to you that they're out of a relationship or they just broke up with somebody or something like that. That's who we're talking about here, person number one, okay? And what I'm actually seeing is that this person, like, he's trying to get his life back together right now. And this is the codependency card reversed. Like, he's all about just flying solo and being free right now and getting like his independence back after being in that relationship. And so he's just dating. And you guys have kind of met each other through that. And he's really loving the energy that you guys have together. I also feel like he really respects you. And how you're taking it slow and the boundaries that you've placed. Like, this relationship is honestly right where it is right now. It's perfect for him. However, I do feel like he's starting to think a little bit more about taking the next step with you. Like, he wants to give this relationship a chance with you. Okay? Yeah, he does have a crush on you, this person. He's definitely open to this energy. So before we go any further with this person, let's look into person number two, okay? Okay, with person number two, I feel like there's a really strong passion with this person. Let's see if I can identify them somehow. Person number two is the hard worker, the one that has the nice job, or the one that's always working, the one who seems to be have a little bit more wealth than the other, if that makes sense. Like, they've always got the nice outfit on, they've got the nice watch, or they've got the nice car, they're always footing the bill, they're always working. They might have to reschedule on you sometimes because of that. They might have a little stress around that area in their life, but they're like the hard worker, they're like the achiever, they're like the perfectionist. That's the other person I see. And I feel like this person came into your life in a really synchronistic way. It's like you met them through an opportunity of something that kind of fell apart. It's like a friend of yours like had a breakup or a falling out with someone. That's how you met. It seems like there was something complicated to how you guys met, basically, if that makes sense. Okay? But I feel like since day one with you and this person, there have been really strong romantic feelings and there's passion. So I know you mentioned nothing has gone down with either of these people, but I'm not sure. Maybe there's already been a kiss between you and person number two, or something where you guys almost kissed or something, because I feel like this person very, very into you. Okay? So I feel like there's one person who here is very passionate, and then there's one person here who's like really kind and really sweet and calm, loving. And so it's kind of hard. It's kind of a hard, different energies with both of these people completely. So, what are the chances of you and person number one ending up together in a relationship? Yeah. They yes, this person definitely will ask you out. And this is the chivalry card and the maturity card together. It's almost like you're not going to have any play any guessing games with person number 1. Like they'll define the relationship. They'll ask you out. They're very traditional when it comes to relationships. Doesn't mean that they're boring. It's just they'll let you know where you stand. You don't have to worry about that with this person. So I think, yes, it's very possible you could end up in a relationship with person number 1. Now let's look at person number 2. Well, you and person number 2 have a very strong energy. I mean, I see the soulmate card here, and I also see life purpose. Like there's a lot of synchronicity surrounding this relationship, and there's a passion here. Personally, I think the relationship that looks more fun and more energetic and more passionate is person number 2. But the relationship that looks more stable is person number 1. Like the chances of you guys actually ending up in a relationship together, person number 1. So now let's look at a future, because I know you asked about marriage and children too. I feel like you and person number 2 are likely to become more intimate or more romantic a lot faster than you and person number 1. Because we're seeing you might have to wait. Like they're worth waiting for, but like it'll start off like more slowly. This person over here just wants to bypass all that and wants to become really like close with you. As far as them, either of them being in your future, I'm not sure. You know, I keep trying to pull cards for, will you have marriage or children with either of these people? And either the cards don't want to reveal that yet, because sometimes the whole point is just to allow the mystery of life to unfold, or it could be there's no marriage with either, or no children with either. So I'll put that out there. I don't see marriage or children with either, but it could just be because that information isn't meant to be revealed at this time. So I wouldn't think either connecting with either of these people is not worth it. Focus on what's in front of you. Focus on what's in front of you right now. You don't necessarily have to make a choice yet between either of these people, but this is a card that's talking about making a decision and feeling indecisive. This is a message to you that can only go so far with with another person being involved. Like at some point you will have to choose, and when you choose, you might not still be guaranteed at that time that's going to work out with either one of them. This is going to come down to just a choice between the heart and the head. There's a message for you to follow the heart. I think something strong is happening with you in person number 2, but they're the riskier decision because they might not. Sorry about that. My phone kind of blinked out for a second. But basically, what I was just saying is that it's probably going to come down to a choice between the heart or the head. And we're going to pull you some final messages. Yeah, I don't see the need to make a choice just yet because you're still getting to know these people, but it will come down to a choice. So this says listen. Listen to each one of these people and listen to yourself as well. Have the willingness to, I think this is saying, have the willingness to release one of these people. That's what's going to be hard, is as you continue to get to know them, both of them are starting to form romantic feelings for you. So at a certain point, you might have to release one of them so that the situation doesn't become too complicated. And this is just courage for you to, as you connect with these people, to follow your truth, to reveal your truth. Yeah, and this says follow your dreams as you move forward. So I hope that this resonates with you, and we're going to move on to the next person. Okay, so the next person is Stella. So a few years ago, you, a Libra, met a guy, a Scorpio, online. We met in person just once, but always stayed in touch and supported each other. We were both in a toxic relationship. Now that I'm also single, he'd like to date me. Is he the real deal, soulmate material? Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. So you guys like met online, you met in person once, you always stayed in touch, but you guys like kind of supported each other through like these toxic relationship you were both in at the time. But now that you guys are both single, it's kind of like, all right. But one thing I have to say is this is gonna be a really intense relationship because you guys both helped each other through another relationship, and there's like this sense of friendship and a strong bond that you guys already really happen. Oh yeah, I'll definitely give you some guidance and tips from the universe on what to do in this situation. Oh girl, I got lots. It's coming. Oh, okay. Oh, that's for someone else. Oh, whoops. Well. Anyways, that's what everyone's getting today. Dreams. This card just flew out of the deck. It's coming out for everyone today. This is something that you've been thinking about for so long, being with him, and it's finally here. So there's probably this vibe of like, is this too good to be true? Is this gonna be a good idea? You let him in really deep. You kind of almost like friend zoned this guy for a little, even though there was always like something flirty between you because you were both in a relationship, okay? But now that you guys aren't anymore, I mean, there's an open door here. So we're just looking to see, like, is this for your highest good? Is this person soulmate material? Yes, of course. True love, honeymoon. You guys have had this amazing kindred connection going on for so long. Maybe it was like a bumpy start to getting to actually finally connect with each other, but your chance is here, and this is a honeymoon period. This is a time for you guys to start over, to start new, to start with the fresh slate. I think it's really cool that you guys also both know exactly what each other went through. Like, you knew what he went through with his ex. Like, you guys kind of know where each other's picking up from. Like, they know what went down in your love life. You know what went down in theirs. And it's like you're growing forward together. You guys have a chance to try out relationships again, and you've learned so much. I mean, I feel like this is such a beautiful connection you guys have. Soulmates do come into your life sometimes to help you through something or to be there for you when no one else was. And now the fact that you guys get to have this opening now to express your love in like a higher way is incredible. So this is also a card about travel. I think that they're going to travel to come see you very soon. I'm seeing some clouds in the sky, and it kind of makes me think about like springtime, a time where it's raining a lot. You guys are flying to come see each other. I think you're worried. Are there any red flags here? Are there any red flags? Let's look that up for this relationship or this person. I think there's a message telling you, like, if this relationship is gonna work, just try not to judge each other for the past. The way that he's gonna be with you in a relationship is gonna be different than the way he was with his ex, and vice versa. And so this is both of you guys being willing to start a fresh slate together, being willing to, and also this is like a little bit of long distance to go the extra mile for each other. That's not even a metaphor. Being willing to travel to meet each other. It's also going to be an investment. This relationship will be an investment of time, and it'll be an investment of money. And so I talk to a lot of people who are in long distance relationships. Sometimes the money is just what breaks people up because they're like, this is expensive. I don't know if I can do it. I miss them. It never stops. Like, this is a big commitment, even though it seems just like, yeah, we love each other, let's just be together. It's a big commitment, you know. This is like a different path. I think that as long as you guys move forward in an energy of like fun and lightheartedness and playfulness, and let's just see where this goes. Let's start over. Let's get to know each other again. Let's let go of the past. I think that you guys have a really good chance. If you hold anything against each other from what's already gone down here, or the fact that, because you might already feel a little bit abandoned by this person, or he might feel that way because you guys like met each other and then it didn't take after that, and then he started dating someone, then you started dating someone. There's like levels already of like betrayal and like abandonment here between you guys. But if you guys don't judge each other and you can release that now and just be like, whatever, what happened was meant to be. How about we just start over and just see what happens? Like, we're free now to express our love, and we've been through all that stuff and we learned, and now we have this honeymoon, and we can just honeymoon period, and we can have true love together. Cool, you know? I think as long as that's the attitude moving forward. But if you guys bring up the past and there's insecurities because of the other people you dated and all that crazy stuff, then that could be a red flag. I think it depends on your attitudes going into it. I think it's good sometimes to sit back and think with your head and your logic before you jump into a relationship, you know? But what we see right now is that the heart wants it. The heart wants it. And the cards seem to be in favor of it. The energies seem to be in favor of this relationship. Give your relationship a chance. Work on this partnership. I think that's a really clear answer to your question. Is this person soulmate material? Is this the real deal? Should I go for it? I mean, yes. Give this relationship a chance. You know, the good thing about this relationship is that there's a little bit of a long distance component to this. And so you still get to be able to focus on your own life and do your own thing. But you can also have this relationship. It's a good relationship for you for where you're at right now. That's what I'm seeing. You still get a little bit of freedom, but you have this beautiful connection with this person too. And yeah, this is the rejuvenation card talking about this relationship being rejuvenated. You guys can kind of pick up where you left off. It's like you guys went on a little bit of a detour to like hash out some karmic energy, and now you're ready to connect on an even higher level. So be ready to get to know this person in a different way, in a deeper way. This is going to be a change in the relationship, but this is a very positive card right here I just pulled. Anytime that you ask a yes or no question, or you ask like, should I go for it? And you pull the Sun, the most exciting, uplifting, rewarding card in the entire tarot deck, then you know that you're getting a yes. You know that the energies are in favor. So let's go ahead and pull you some final cards for this. I'm just going to put these cards back in the deck real quick. I'm really happy for you. That's so exciting. I would just go for it. Focus on what's in front of you. This person is here offering you love. You have such a strong connection. They're definitely your soulmate. It's better sometimes to have loved and have lost than to wonder, what if, you know? It's the what if that will haunt you. Yeah, this says engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. This doesn't mean you're getting engaged. It just means that, yeah, you guys will be in this commitment, or this commitment is in favor or for your highest good. And this is the Grace card. This is a message about your ability to just like gracefully flow into this new time in your life and be able to really enjoy it. The Obedience card. I think this is telling you, follow your heart. Follow your heart. Trust your inner voice. Maybe this is also telling you, don't rush it with this person. Allow yourself time to open up and become vulnerable, you know, with them. Give that some time, even though you guys have already come so far. Don't rush it. And maybe this is giving you strength to like pace yourself a little bit with this person. So anyways, I hope that resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support. And we're going to move on to the next person, which is Florence. Hi, I'm Florence, and I want to ask how my connection with my boyfriend is going to proceed in the future. We are facing some financial obstacles at the moment, and it makes the whole romantic situation feel unsure. Thanks. Okay, so Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel you here. And statistically, one of the biggest things that breaks up a lot of couples is finances. And so I remember a couple years ago when my husband and I weren't doing so well financially, we definitely fought a lot more back then, looking back on it. So being able to get on the same page financially with you and your partner and make some type of plan is going to be imperative. However, maybe one of you guys likes to do it this way and another one of you guys likes to do it that way, and then there's all this compromising you got to do. Yep, it can cause a headache. So I kind of feel where you guys are at. So let's just see what's going on here. The energy between your partner, and then I'll also look into the finances a little bit and see if there's any guidance for that, since I know that's kind of related. Okay, so I'm seeing this message like you guys have talked about breaking up, or there's this fear of that coming. And I'll be real with you, I definitely see that as a possibility. Like things are starting to head in that direction. However, there's true love here in this relationship. And your partner is very, very attracted to you. So, can this relationship be turned around? Can this relationship be saved? Yes. I still feel true love here. I still feel passion. I still feel attraction. There's still like a chemistry and an energy between you guys. You just gotta hit a rough patch here. And so, versus spending your time worried about this, I see that there needs to be some boundaries set in this relationship. And that's just kind of what happens. We talk a lot about boundaries here on this channel because when you have clear boundaries, it makes it really easy for you to interact with others. And you got to have them even in romantic relationships. Sometimes that can be the most awkward time to set a boundary. So, here's what I'm seeing. First of all, there's a message about giving your partner space. And I'm not talking about like, oh, you guys should take a break or like get space. No, I'm just talking like, if you guys are living together or spending a lot of time together, maybe once or twice a week after work or whatever, go out with your girlfriends. Spend some time, maybe take a whole Saturday and just go out and go shopping or like go to the beach or something or go running or on a little hike or something, and let your partner have time to kind of be on their own without you or your energy or whatever. Because sometimes it feels like, oh man, we barely get any time around our partner, just weekends and nights, right? After work. And so, of course, any free time we have, we want to be with them. But sometimes you got to make that sacrifice to just, once a month, on just one day, get out of the house and just leave your partner alone. And give your partner some like a heads up, like, hey, Saturday I'm gonna go on this camping trip thing, gonna be gone for a while. Just thought I'd let you know so you can, make plans or do whatever. Like, and just be casual about it. You don't need to have this big talk with your partner like, I think we need to get some space, or here's what I'm gonna do so you can do this. Just naturally start giving them more space. Be very subtle about it. And you will start noticing a huge difference in the relationship just based off that. Because especially guys need their space. And I'm realizing this more and more in my marriage. Like, I need to give my husband space. So I'm seeing just based off that, you could make a huge change in the relationship. And then, their stress level and everything will go down. I'm also seeing something about planning time for you guys to sit down and talk about the finances and talk about the budget, and to make it something that's nice, like put out some nice food for it, play some relaxing music, light a candle, like literally like baby the whole situation and make it very pleasant. And tell your partner, okay, Friday at this times, after dinner for an hour, we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about the finances, we're going to talk about the elephant in the room, and we're going to come up with some solutions. And set some guidelines for when you guys do it. Like if you guys struggle with animal, it's your turn to talk. Literally, I know that sounds like kindergarten stuff, but sometimes you have to literally like baby yourself in the situation and like break it down and make it simple. Because I see this energy of you guys kind of like maybe are avoiding the confrontation of talking about the finances, and then all of a sudden something happens and there's some type of big bill that's due, or there's like a issue going down, and then it just comes out and it blows up and it creates this big fight. So if you guys talk about it every week on this specific day, and it's like a little date that you guys have, and maybe you even start looking forward to it because you trade back massages while you talk about it, or because you always get to get your little, your little favorite blanket and light a fire or whatever. Like, just start making that a part of your life and make it a part of your routine to just face that energy, sit down and talk about it. That's the only way it's going to get done, is if you guys communicate and make a plan and make a date and don't avoid it and push through it, and whatever needs to be done needs to be done. You guys will put your heads together, and once you get through this, it's going to be smooth sailing, because the next time there's some type of issue in the relationship, whether it's financial or has something to do with business or something with the home or the work or whatever, your feelings, you guys will be used to, how do we work this out? How do we communicate? Every couple has to figure out, how are we going to communicate, you know? And so I feel like this is just a learning opportunity for you guys. And I feel like your relationship is already really strong. It's just finances might be a really big source of stress to your partner in particular. They especially feel very pressured to be providing more. Maybe their situation isn't exactly where they want it to be yet, and they're kind of freaking out. So it's a soft spot for them. When you bring it up, they go crazy or something, because it's very vulnerable for them. So this is about creating opportunities for you guys to talk about this. I also feel like manifesting together as a couple is going to be very important. And if your partner isn't into like spiritual stuff or whatever, and they're just like, that's weird, then don't worry about it. You can just simply like sit down, at one of your little budget meetings and just say, okay, so what are our financial goals? Okay, we want to get this, we want to get this, we want to pay this bill. Let's write it all down on the piece of paper and put how much it's worth, or put it in the computer program. And like, what are some ideas on how we can do that? What do we need to cut back on? Or what do we need to sell some stuff on eBay, or like whatever? Do we need to, just one of us need to go get a side job or side hustle? Like, put your heads together, you guys can figure it out. The power of two is so powerful. It's incredible what you can do with a partner that maybe would be a little bit more strenuous to do on your own. So I think you guys, this is just about not avoiding it and coming together and communicating. This is the bear. This is all about boundaries, And I think that you guys are having to be really honest with each other about your wants and your needs and your expectations. And the finances is an area that there's could be a lot of disagreements on. But I see this relationship working out, to be honest. I really think that this is just a rough spot. I see this moving forward. I think there's a lot of couples and a lot of people that are going through this right now. You guys still have a lot of chemistry. There's still a vibe pulling you guys back together. You guys are even still, and to a certain extent, getting to know each other. So yeah, there's some good messages here about this. Sometimes the only way to remove this obstacle is to just go through it. You can't go around it. You got to go through it. All right. So let's pull you some final messages. Anything else you need to know about the situation and your love life? I'm seeing something about 7 months from now, 6 or 7 months from now, a lot of abundance coming in, or some type of big harvest coming in, or you guys being able to resolve the issue by then. Here's the thing, if you guys work on this energy, it doesn't matter how much money or how little money or what type of financial problems you're having. Being able to communicate will keep this from ever being a thing again, So money isn't the answer. It's communicating together. So I hope that resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you next time. Okay, so the next person is Joanna. Is there anything I should know about my love life? Oh, that's a good question. So we're just gonna open it up, open up the energy. Is there anything you should know about your love life? I'm not sure. Just okay. So we're tapping here into Joanna. Okay, so is there anything that you should know about your love life? Well, the first card that came out was talking about a commitment. So I'm not sure if you're in a relationship or this is what you're trying to attract or manifest. But one thing I see is there's been a lot of healing in this area of your life regarding relationships. In the past, it didn't feel like what was happening was really fair or that you were being treated fairly or you were always the one giving in relationships and getting screwed over, not, getting a lot back in return. But you've healed a lot of that. You've moved past that. You know your worth. And it feels like to me right now, like you're just waiting for that person. I see that you're considering taking some type of risk or a leap of faith in love right now. This might be telling somebody how you feel about them, or it could be going on a date after a long time of not really a lot of activity in love, or it might be expressing your feelings. So I see that's kind of what you're working on right now. And I also see something about the otter, which is a message of having fun. So following your fun, following the path of your inner child, following the path of bliss, whatever excites you, whatever brings you joy, that's a really great way to align with love really fast. Because remember how we talked about like attracts like and raising your vibrational frequency so that you can attract love in? Well, the easiest way to do that is just to have fun. Because when you're having fun, like that's a high vibe, that's a high energy. Doesn't mean that you need to have fun every single minute of every day and like pretend like you're not tired or hurt or upset or sad or something. Don't neglect yourself and your authentic emotions, but as often as you can, make fun a goal for your life. Remember that it's really important. It has a lot to do with raising your vibe and clearing your energy. So having fun is coming up in the cards for you. What else do you need to know about love? The past. There could still be somebody that's on your mind from the past, whether this is an ex, maybe this is someone you're even still with. If you feel like you need to release something or you feel like you're still hanging on to the past, this is a message to you to allow yourself as much time as you need to cut those cords, but to cut them nonetheless, because it's time to release and heal the past so that you can experience more love in the present. Yep, free yourself. Take back control of your life. I get these messages a lot for people who are breaking up or who have just broken up with someone or who are working on getting their foundation. Like someone maybe who got screwed over in love and just needs to like take control again. So I feel like that's the path you've been on lately. What else do you need to know about your love life? I love how you kept this open. It's fun. We get to explore this together. Well, surprise, surprise, you seem to be on the twin flame path. And this is just a terminology. This is just a label. I'm not really fond of labels, but there are people out there who are on a path where they will be connecting with like a life partner, someone that you share similar goals with or similar dream with or similar purpose with. There's a certain compatibility there. And this person comes into your life to be your partner, to be your team player, to walk alongside you on this path. They're going to have their own purpose, their own goals, their own life, their own individuality, and you'll have yours as well. But when you come together, there's this complementary energy. And I feel like that's the path that you're on. I think this is telling you, look, yes, this person is still out there and you are aligning with this person. And this is remember we just pulled this for somebody else earlier. This is the yes card. This is the sun telling you, yes, this is the path that you're on. Yes, you're connecting with this person, or yes, you'll be meeting this person soon. This could be the one. Look at that. Yeah, so your path is taking you towards a marriage, or towards a connection with someone. And this says very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. I feel like this is an out with the old, in with the new energy, telling you to release what doesn't feel right, and so that you can make room to attract this true love. You know, this could be the one. Here's the twin flame energy card and the yes card. I love those messages. So let's move on over here to this deck to see what else you need to know about love, about this person that's coming in. Well, this is a message to you that right now you're just chilling. You're in a great place. Remember, you're focusing on having fun. And so you've got a lot of good energy coming for you, and you've left a door open. Your heart's open to love. You got this door open and you're like, you know what? I'm having fun. I'm doing me. I've got this great place I built for myself. If someone wants to come and share this with me, cool. If not, it's not a problem. I'm not going to close the gate, but I'm also not going to go running through it and go chase someone to invite them here. I'm just going to leave the door open. You know, that's kind of where you're at right now. And this says abundance. You got that gate open. Your heart is open for abundance. The universe is pouring down a lot of blessings on you. And a love partner might just be one of these. This says sexual freedom. Maybe this is just a time for you in your life to date, to have fun, to connect with people, to see where relationships lead. This could be a message to you about dating. Manifestation. This is a message that you are manifesting and aligning with true love. Like you're manifesting this, you're bringing this in. There's a strong energy coming in for you in love. So beautiful. It's nice to kind of see where you're at. So let's go ahead and pull some final messages. Anything else that you need to know about love? Anything else you need to know about your love life? Let's move on to my angel deck. So we've got some changes coming in, and there's a message to you to keep your hopes up, because the energy is changing in your favor for what you've asked for in love. And your angels and your ancestors and your spirit guides are watching over you in this situation. And this says actualization, time to actually do something. I feel like the biggest message for you from this really was to follow your fun. Follow your fun, follow your bliss, create more fun, action, and excitement in your life. That energy is going to draw love in for you. So I hope that this resonated with you. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you next time. So we're going to move on to the next person now, who is Melissa. So questions about your twin flame. You left your soulmate recently and you're casually dating your twin flame. Your divine masculine has an open third-party relationship, so he is able to date me and remain in his current dynamic. What are his unspoken feelings and intentions guiding our relationship? Okay, so this one's interesting. I have to say, like, I've heard it all, I've seen it all in love, I've been through it all. I don't judge the situation at all. What you're saying is basically that you were dating a soulmate and you left them. And now you're kind of casually dating your twin flame. But your twin flame is also kind of with someone else. So it's like an open relationship. So they're dating you and they're kind of still with their partner. And you're cool with it. You know what the boundaries are. You kind of know where you guys stand. And what you're really just wanting to know here is just like, what are his unspoken feelings and intentions with this relationship? Okay. So he does want to give this a chance with you. Yeah. And he's really enjoying the energy he's sharing with you and flirting. And this is the past life relationship. This is a huge confirmation. I know you mentioned you feel the twin flame energy with them. Well, this is definitely a sign that you've been with this person in a past life relationship. That's why it's so easy and comfortable for you guys to connect together. You guys really do just dissolve into each other. And so he's enjoying it. He's loving this relationship. He's having fun flirting with you. He feels this strong soul connection with you. I don't know if this guy is like spiritually woke or something. I don't like labels. I don't even really like identifying as that, but you kind of see what I mean here. Like, it feels like he's kind of like woke or like into that kind of stuff. And so I don't know, I do feel like an energy of like destiny with you guys, I have to say. And I also think that you guys have spent a lot of time talking about this relationship and about these boundaries and about where you guys stand. So this might be why you're asking, are there any hidden intentions? Because he's been very upfront with you for what the situation is. Well, I think the natural question here, the elephant in the room, is honestly like, does he have an intention to leave his partner for you eventually? Will you guys just be together? And what I want to say is I'm not sure. Because he does feel very, very dedicated to the partner he's with. He seems very dedicated to her. And so we see a red flag here. It seems like you're very well aware of the situation, and there's good communication here, and this is a great thing you guys have going. But you guys, you guys have talked about it and stuff, but as far as hidden intentions, I don't think he has any. I think he's told you his intentions. I think he's been upfront with you, and he'll continue to be upfront with you. I think he wants to try to heal the past between you guys. It's like he feels some type of guilt about what went down with you guys in the past, if that makes sense. Something that happened last year or the year before. So he just wants to bring more optimism into this relationship. He wants to be able to give you what he can give, but he can't give everything because there's a part of him that's, I feel like, is just for that girl he's with. Like, they have a really strong relationship. They have a strong soulmate connection too. But I feel this energy like it's safe for you to love. Like, she seems really aware of what's going on here. This is an open relationship type of dynamic. As long as you guys communicate, there's no red flags here, and I see you guys continuing to grow in this relationship and continuing to get closer. But if you wonder if one day he might just want to be with you, or he might just want to have a monogamous relationship with you, I'm not sure about that, because he seems very committed to the girl he's with. Yeah, this is him very, very connected to her. I'm not sure if they're engaged or if they're married or what, but they have a strong connection. Let's see if there's anything else about how he feels about you and this energy you guys have together. Well, what's fun is right on the back of the deck, we see the divine masculine coming out, which is funny. So we see chivalry. He wants to take you out. He wants to treat you well. He wants to make you feel special. And this is the horse here. It's almost like a symbol of the freedom of this relationship. He wants to treat you well. And this is also self-respect. This is a message to you that if for some reason this arrangement here doesn't make you feel respected, then you have the ability and the right to get out of this situation. Because here he is. Here he is with his two loves, you and the other woman he's with, the third party, you know what I mean? So this is him, and this is what he can offer. And I feel like there's a message to you, like, maybe not to expect anything else from him, because this is what the situation is. And I feel like if you feel fine about the situation and you're cool with the boundaries that he's set here, then this could be very successful, because you guys have a very beautiful connection and you have a very strong connection. And, even if other people don't understand the dynamics of this relationship or what's going on here, it doesn't matter because it's a very personal thing to you and to everybody who's involved. So I think there's a way for this to work out for your highest good and for the highest good of everyone involved here. And this is the hope card telling you to have hope that you guys will be able to figure this out, this dynamic out. And it's a journey. You're learning things, you're receiving certain blessings and learning certain lessons as you go along in this process. Excuse me. Gonna get some water real quick. So I want to just see if we can get you some final messages. Anything else you need to know about this person, about this relationship. But pretty much to answer your question, I don't see any hidden intentions. The person that you're dating is very open-minded and very upfront, somebody who is very aware. And I get this message like, if there's anything you want to know, you can ask them and they'll be honest with you. I don't feel like they have any hidden motives or intentions. Nothing negative and nothing positive. It's just, I feel like it's almost like it is what it is with this person. So yeah, this is actually a card about having a defined relationship, and we see a challenge. The only challenge with you and your twin flame at this point is maybe you won't be able to have the type of relationship you want if you are looking for something monogamous. Excuse me. But it seems like you guys are like releasing the past and the things that have happened between you guys in the past and really just focusing on the present right now. And I see a true love energy here. So there are some really beautiful energies here to explore between you guys. Excuse me. Well, that is my sign, my cue, you guys. I need to take a quick break. I'm going to get some water, shuffle my cards, and I'll be right back. So make sure that you guys click back in to part 3 of this session, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.